webinar, we're going to be talking about getting help in ClassJuggler. There's three major areas where you can get help in using ClassJuggler. Two are within the ClassJuggler software itself, and one is outside on our YouTube channel, where we post a variety of webinar and helpful tutorial videos. Let's talk about that first. So if you go to our ClassJuggler website, you'll notice in the upper right we have a number of social media icons, your Facebook, Twitter, Google+, etc. And you'll see a little YouTube icon. This is also available at the bottom of every page on our website. So if I click on our videos, that's going to take us to the ClassJuggler YouTube channel. And on here, I can see the most recent postings, as well as go into different playlists. For example, here we are, tutorial videos, watch and learn. If I click into this, this will take me to a list of all the different tutorial videos that are posted out there with nice descriptions of each one of these. And I can just click into any particular one, and that'll start that video playing right away for us. Now I'm going to close that and head back into ClassJuggler. Let's talk about the areas within the software when you're signed in as a customer using ClassJuggler to get help on different screens and functions. Well, one of the first things you'll notice is that a lot of ClassJuggler's interface is color-coded to make it easier for you to navigate, as well as to find different actions based on what they're meant to do. For example, our main menu is blue. All of our buttons as well as our sidebar menus are purple or blue for links. And everything that's related to help is generally shown to you in green. So for example, the help and links menu, which you'll see on the left side of every screen, as well as two buttons at the very top of every page in ClassJuggler that say support or suggest a feature. The support feature is great because you can click on it and just type in a quick question and just make sure that you verify your name, phone number, and the best time to reach you and your email address on the support form, and then you just click on the send request button. Also in ClassJuggler, every screen on the lower left will have a green help and links menu, and that'll take you directly into the online help guide to very specific screens where you can find out exactly what you're working with on the particular page you're on. So for example, we happen to be on the customer list customer screen right now. Again, highlighted in yellow at the top is customers on our main menu, and the list customer screen is highlighted on our purple customer menu. Now if I look down in my help and links menu, generally the very first link that you see in that menu will be a link into the online help guide to a screen talking about the exact page we're working with here in ClassJuggler. So you'll see this says the list customer screen. Now if I click on that, that's going to open up our online help guide, and the online help guide will take us right to that particular page, to the particular content that we're interested in. And this is great because you don't have to read through a giant printed manual or a giant online manual to get to the content that you really need. Everything is really targeted to what you're working on currently in ClassJuggler. So usually that first link that you see in the green help menu, again here on the left, takes you right to that online help page that you're really most interested in, which is right now that list customer screen. And you'll notice the actual help page itself here on the right side of this window has pictures, tables talking about all the different buttons and fields and what they mean and how they operate and what putting different values in will do. So it's very robust and very well written as to everything that you need to know about these particular screens in ClassJuggler. Well, now that we've got the online help guide open, let's talk about how to navigate once we've got the online help page open. Well, you'll see a variety of different elements here. First of all is just the title of the particular help page that we're on. In this case, it's customers list customers. And that actually relates directly to what we see in this gray sidebar on the left, which is the full table of contents of the online help guide. And you'll notice wherever we are in the online help guide is highlighted or shown in a darker text. In this case, list customers is the page that we're currently looking at. And you'll notice that it breaks up the table of contents into topics, subtopics, and even sub-subtopics. So you've got a variety of detail in how you drill down into different information. So for example, I'm looking at the list customer screen, but you'll notice customer maintenance page 1 has a number of different topics. These could all be on one page, or they could be broken up onto multiple help pages. If I want to jump to a particular topic using the table of contents, all I need to do is find that particular topic by scrolling through and looking at the different items in the left sidebar, and then just clicking on that to get right to that particular help page. For example, if I want to learn about secondary contact information on the customer maintenance page, if I click that, that's going to take me right to that help page. I'm going to scroll this back up. I got jumped to the bottom. And you'll notice, sure enough, here we are at customer maintenance page 1. And the first two topics are all discussed on a single help page. So it took me to that single help page, and the main billing contact information as well as the secondary contact billing information are all in this one online help guide. And again, clicking on this secondary one, you'll notice it scrolled down the page to the appropriate section on the online help page that I was on, because this actually covers two topics: main billing contact information as well as that secondary contact information down here below. So not only will it take you to the right help page, it'll even scroll you to the particular part of the help page that you're interested in. So if I clicked main billing contact, it just stays at the top. Secondary contact, again, it scrolls me down to the bottom. I can just click this top button to jump back to the top. So again, I can go to any other pages in the customer section. Customer maintenance page 2, customer notes, referrals and marketing tracking. Each one of these are individual pages, and they're easy to jump to and easy to read. There's another way of navigating the online help guide, and that's paging through it, just like you were laying out a book and going from page to page, forward or backwards through the online help. And that's done through these links that you'll see in the upper gray bar in the help content area. So here you'll see if I go back a page, it takes me to customer notes. If I go forward a page, it takes me to talking about customer policy and agreement management. Sure enough, if I look at the table of contents on the left, customer notes is above referrals and marketing tracking, the page I'm looking at, and policy agreement management is a page forward. So sure enough, if I click page forward, it takes me to the policy and agreement management and updates that topic indicator on the table of contents on the left. Or if I go backwards, it'll just start moving me backwards through different pages to different sections. And again, I could go through the entire help guide simply by using the page forward and backwards if I wanted to cover all of the topics under a major section like customers. So we've talked about two things so far: using the table of contents on the left to jump to certain topics and areas in the online help guide. We talked about using paging at the top or at the bottom of any particular help page to move us forward or backwards through the topics. Also, throughout the help text itself, there are often shortcuts or hyperlinks to other help pages. And you'll notice there is a link here to students. What my expectation is, if I click this is going to take me into the students section and start talking about students. And sure enough, if I look at my table of contents on the left, I'm no longer in the customer section. I'm now in students, the student menu, and that's the section I'm looking at here. And you'll notice these all throughout the help guides. Here's several different links, one to list students. Here's one that's taking me to user preferences for customizing how I navigate through different screens in ClassJuggler. Again, if I click on that, it's going to take me to a completely different set of online help pages. Now I'm within the preferences section on the table of contents on the left. So we've talked about navigating, we've talked about the table of contents, and we've talked about links that are interspersed throughout help pages that can help you get to other related content. Well, if I'm just looking for something but I don't know exactly where it is, ClassJuggler also has a great online search tool for the online help. And this will take you to different topics based on the search criteria you enter. And think of this as very similar to using a Bing search or a Google search online. It's going to take you to those topics that are stored in our online help database. So for example, what if I type in the word customer and hit search, or I can hit enter and that'll also do my search. When I click search, you'll notice the table of contents on the left collapses, but I get a new section on the right which isn't a specific help page, it's the search results just like I would get on any online web search. So I'll see that ClassJuggler returns 77 results for my search term customer. So I have customers, customer menu, list customers, all the way through things like customer transactions, printing or emailing account statements, all the way down into the 77th result, which is customer self-service center settings. So this has found basically any help topic in our database that has a title that matches, a short description that matches, keywords that match, or the content of the help page itself has the word customer somewhere within it. Well, I can use this search field for even more complex searching. Let's say I wanted to search for payment. Anything having to do with payments. Well, I got 20 results for payments. Well, what if I want to do payments but also look for credits? I'm going to search for the word credit. So I had 20 results for payment. Now if I search for payment and credit, you'll notice I get 26 results. Now when I enter in two search terms or more, ClassJuggler is going to look for each one of those words in any particular search result. So it'll find any search topic that contains the word payment or credit. So if it matches either. So again, if I were to take out credit, search for payment, I get 20 results. If I search for credit, I get 26 results. Well, let's take out payment and see how many results we get for just credit. We get 11 results. Well, 11 plus 20 doesn't equal the same amount we got before. Well, that's because some of these help pages actually have both. So it's really an intersection of those two search terms, credit and payment. And again, to prove that, we can see, sure enough, here is the word credit, and here is the word payment, all in the same result. Here is the word payment, but there is no word credit in the second result, but it still matches because I didn't tell it that I wanted both. Now, if I want to find search results that have the word credit and have to have the word payment in it, I can put a plus sign right in front of the word second search term. And what that does is it tells ClassJuggler to look for the word credit in any of the online help and also find that that page has to have the word payment somewhere in it as well. Now if I search for this, I'm expecting to get fewer results, and I do. I get 20 results. So it pared it down from 26 to just 20 results. I can do the same the other way around and I should get the same or roughly the same. In this case, actually fewer. It searches for the word payment first and then says that help page also has to have the word credit. So in this case, here's payment and the word credit up in the title, credit in the title, as well as in the keywords here. So this is a really powerful way of doing more detailed searching. I can also say search for the word payment, but make sure it doesn't include the word credit. Notice I'm putting a minus sign here, and that essentially says look for any help page with the term credit, or sorry, payment, that does not have the word credit on it. And when I do that search, I get even fewer results. I get 15, and that focuses this down much more detail to what I'm looking for. Now here's another example. Let's say I search for the word customer and payment. I'm getting 80 results. Well, that's a lot of results. I'm really only interested in customer payment. if I put quotes around both of these terms, ClassJuggler is going to say everything between the quotes is now going to be considered a single search term. So it's going to look for customer space payment exactly. And you notice when I search for that, I only find one help page that has that exact text in that exact format. And it's in the title where it says reports, customer space payment reminders. So here I've told ClassJuggler to really limit that result down to what I put in quotes. And you can put any type of search in there. There's one last tool for doing searches, and that's using a wildcard character. For example, if I enter in the word, let's do customer again. If I search for customer, I get 77 results. Well, what about the word customers or anything that starts with customer? Or maybe if I just type in custom, if I put an asterisk after some characters that I've typed, ClassJuggler is going to use that to search for anything that starts with those letters and then search for any matches that have those first letters and then anything following. So that could match custom, customer, and customers, plural. So if I search on that, now I get 86 results, which is 6 more results than I got when I did the first search. So you'll notice I'm getting more results by wildcarding this. Same thing, what if I were interested in looking for things that have to do with pay? Well, gosh, I got no results on that search, but if I search for pay with an asterisk, that could be pay, payee, payer, payments, anything that starts with PAY. Sure enough, now I've got 23 results for the word pay. So you can see how powerful you can, how the search terms and the tools that you use in the search terms are. Well, if you don't know exactly how to use those, you can do any search in ClassJuggler, and if you look at your blue search results line here at the top, just to the right you'll see a little link that says tips for searching. And if I click on that, that'll take me to a little window which talks about all of those different tips that I just gave you, which is using the asterisk for wildcard searches, putting quotes around it to find specific phrases or exact phrases by matching everything you type between the quotes, and using the plus and minus indicators to say a word has to be absent or has to be included in a search result for it to be returned to you. So those tips are always available for you to learn how to use that online help searching. So I hope you've learned a lot today about using the online help guide and how it works. Again, using our website to go to our YouTube channel for online videos and webinars, using the support button or suggest a feature button in the upper right for getting support and sharing your ideas for improving ClassJuggler, and then on every page in ClassJuggler on the lower left, that green help and links menu, which will jump you to specific selected screens within the online help guide or suggest other related screens or selected reports that make sense based on the different things that you're working with at that time. Try the online help out for yourself, and also watch throughout ClassJuggler for things like little green question marks, which are also help tips, which a lot of times will take you into the online help guide as well. By clicking on those will open up help tips. So there's yet another way to get help in ClassJuggler. Happy juggling!